Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for loving the support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. But before we even do that, if you guys have not seen the previous episode, episode 20, you must, and I mean must, go and watch it. It was one of the best episodes I have ever done. We kicked off season 2 and we played in the pre-season tournament. And it is one of the best, if not the best, pre-season tournament I have ever played in. The episode was literally called The Best Pre-Season You Will Ever Watch. And there was so many reasons for this. A, we had to play a team that was available. A load, in fact, our whole starting 11, other than the odd player or two, was away on international duty, meaning I was playing a completely rotated team, a team of 11 players that had rarely played together, and we absolutely smashed it. And especially the last game that we played in the final against Napoli, it is a game that you will not want to miss. It blew me away, blew me out the water. I couldn't believe what we achieved. So if you haven't seen the last episode, episode 20, starting season 2, you must go and watch it. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it is not one that you want to miss. And although it was a long episode, 44 minutes, we made a new signing. We played the full pre-season. We talked about up-and-coming signings. We talked about the current squad that we've got. Go and give it a watch if you haven't seen it before you watch this episode. But jumping back into these episodes, we're moving out of the month of July and into the month of August, where we have 3 very tasty games coming up. Firstly, we take on Manchester United in the UEFA Super Cup. In Season 1, us, the Black and Yellows Dortmund, we did win the Champions League, meaning Manchester United did win the Europa League. We are facing off against them for potentially our second piece of silverware. If you guys haven't seen the last episode, spoiler alert, we've already won the Invitational Cup, the pre-season tournament, and bagged ourselves our first piece of silverware. In today's episode, we might be about to bag our second in the UEFA Super Cup. Now, we did have to play Manchester United in the semi-finals of the Invitational Cup, and without giving too much away, well, we ended up in the final of the Invitational Cup. So if you guys haven't watched it, definitely go and watch it. 100% are we going to be playing that game against Manchester United. Then we come up against our arch rivals, our nemesis from Season 1. We call them Bayern Never Losing. Unfortunately, Bayern Never Losing literally barely lost a single game in Season 1 and did go on to be crowned champions of the Bundesliga. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case this time round, and we are going to get off to a flying start for our first game in Season 2 in the Bundesliga. We can get that important win over Bayer Leverkusen. And then finally, the last game, which will of course be the simulated game as we are at home, we're taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach. So we're playing United, we're playing Bayern Never Losing, and then we're going to simulate the game against Borussia Mönchengladbach. But before we simulate all the way to the game against Manchester United to play them in the UEFA Super Cup, we've got a fair bit to talk about. Now, a lot of you guys were saying, Brad, 44 minutes for an episode is quite long. Yes, it is, guys, but when it has 5 games, transfers, talks, we talked about fan objectives from Season 1, and there's stuff like that to talk about, it is going to take a lot of time. Hopefully this episode will be back to the usual between 20 and 30 minutes for you guys to enjoy. But the reason I'm not simulating all the way to the Manchester United game just yet is because we are potentially going to look at some signings at the start of today's episode. But before we look over them, we're going to do my favourite part of the video, and that's jump over to the previous episode and have a read through the comments from you amazing people. So first comment coming in from Bandits saying, Brad, did you see that AA9 Skills actually uploaded some career mode around a month ago? To answer this, I didn't see that he had, and to be honest, I used to watch his second channel for career mode, but I feel like he's all about drafts, he's all about Ultimate Team now, he doesn't really care about career mode. So I just feel if I was to watch a career mode, would I watch an AA9 Skills career mode? No disrespect to AA9 Skills, not anymore. I see him as the Ultimate Team or the Draft King. he's not really a career mode king anymore. So, no, I didn't know he's uploaded, and no, I probably won't be watching it. Lucci, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, but you said you should sign Hakimi back and another good player. Well, firstly, I would say that with Hakimi, in real life, he was put on loan to Borussia Dortmund for 2 years. In this season, we only got him for 1 season. I'm not sure why we only got him for 1 season, but in real life, he was put to Dortmund on a 2-year contract on loan. We only got him for 1 year, meaning we are going to have to bring him back potentially on loan or look to buy him. I think he is going to be the main target at the start of today's episode of someone we look to sign. I think we miss him at that left-back position, so Hakimi will certainly be on the list for coming back to Dortmund. Starboy Kiki saying, keep up the good work with a flexing arm. Thank you very much, Starboy Kiki. I do appreciate that. And that, surprisingly, is the only comments I got on the last episode. Now, to be honest, it hasn't done as well as it usually would, but there is something I want to mention. I normally aim for about 50 views after 24 hours. After 24 hours, it's only done 44. Now, I know that people come here for the Liverpool career mode, which is fair enough. But one thing I do want to touch up on is the like to dislike ratio. Normally, I get anywhere between 8 and 12 likes pretty much on nearly every video, thanks to you guys. And if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. But something I want to talk about is on that last episode, episode 20, there's 6 thumbs up, but 2 thumbs down. And although I don't mind negative criticism and people saying, Brad, I think you should do this or do that, I don't mind feedback from you guys. What does annoy me a little bit is when I get a thumbs down, but not an exclamation. So if someone give it a thumbs down and said, Brad, I've given you the thumbs down because the episode was too long, fair enough. I will take my hat off and say, fair enough. That's a good enough reason. But to get 2 thumbs down and not know why I'm getting them and how I'm meant to turn them from a thumbs down into a thumbs up, it bugs me a little bit because I want to turn those thumbs down into thumbs up. And unless you guys tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I've done wrong or what I've said wrong, I can't fix it and make you guys like the video rather than dislike the video. So if you are one of those people that did dislike the last episode, please drop a comment down below on that video or this video explaining to me why you gave it a thumbs down and what I can do better to make it a thumbs down into a thumbs up. Because of course, I want to be making the best content I can for you guys, and I want to be getting thumbs up, views and comments from you guys showing love to the channel and to the series, not thumbs down. Comments done. The first thing we're going to do in today's episode is a signing. Now, in the last episode, we unfortunately, I say unfortunately, it was actually very fortunate in the end, we were forced to make a signing in Haaland. We had Marlon up top in the striker position. We were simulating games. He picked up an injury, and we didn't have an out-and-out striker to play against Manchester United. We signed Haaland, and what an incredible move that was. But as we go over now to the transfer hub, you can see there's a few players on here. We've got the likes of Ricardo Pereira at right back, Yuri Tielemans in the midfield, Koke at right mid, Angel Correa at right mid, Saar at right mid, and Hakimi at left back, who can also play right back. So let me explain why they're on the list. I won't take too much time, guys. The right back, Ricardo Pereira. Now, this is because a player called Lucas Piszczek retired. I couldn't remember his name in the last episode, but I did put up a picture of him. Lucas Piszczek was our right back, and he used to rotate with Klosterman. He has now hung up his boots. In that last game against Barcelona in the Champions League, Piszczek had the captain's armband. I think he was at the club since about 2011 or something like that. I think he come from Hertha BSC, signed for Dortmund, and he was there long term. He then said to me, boss, I'm going to be hanging up my boots at the end of the season. So I thought, give him the captain's armband and let him lift the Champions League trophy, the UCL trophy, for his final game of his career. And we managed to do it, and that was a great story. But unfortunately, he's gone now, meaning Klosterman is our only right back. We've got young right backs in Mori, but I'm thinking we need to bolster there. And I did ask you guys, I feel like right mid and right back are a main concern right now. So the right back option I've got right now is Ricardo Pereira. I'm not going to sign him in today's episode. I would appreciate if you guys could recommend some other right backs. Yuri Tielemans has been there pretty much since season 1. We're pretty much sorted with the centre mid position now. We brought in Enes Bardi, who had a spectacular pre-season and will certainly be getting into the starting 11 without a doubt. So I'm not sure Yuri Tielemans is needed anymore. And then we have 3 players that are right-midded players. We got Koke, we got Correa, and we got Sarr. Now, the reason we have those 3 players on the list is sadly in Season 1, Torgan Hazard handed in his transfer request. I kept him as happy as possible. No teams came in for him, so we've still got hold of him. Unfortunately, now in Season 2, I still can't remove him from the transfer list. And the fact he's handed in a transfer request, I'm not sure he can ever take that back. So I think it's possibly only a matter of time before the Borussia Dortmund board say to me, Brad, Torgan Hazard's not happy. He wants to move. We've got to sell him. And then I'll have no choice but to sell him. But then we only have Sancho that can play right mid, putting a lot of pressure on that one player to play every game out and out and keep fit. I don't want to do that, and I don't want to risk him getting injured and fatigued. So we have to look to bring in a right-midded player to help him rotate in that position. So Koke, Correa, and Sarr are the 3 players we have currently at right mid. If you guys want to drop a comment down below with a right back, a left back, a right-midded player, that would be great. Probably wouldn't say left back because as we move to the last player on the list, which is Hakimi, who we had on loan in Season 1, he's now sadly gone back to Real Madrid. He is going to be a player right this second that we approach to buy in Season 2. He was fabulous at left back in Season 1. We only had him on loan, and here is the man Zidane. Let's hope he will sell Hakimi back to us. He allowed him to come on loan. They've got Marcelo at left back. Will they allow Hakimi to come back to wear the black and yellow kit? So first off, we're going straight in there with an offer of, let's go, 28 million. Currently valued at 21 million euros. We've offered 28 million euros. I think that's pretty fair. He's overall 81. He's only 21. And remember, we're only here for this final season. And then we will be moving on to something else once we've done the Liverpool career mode and the Dortmund career mode Season 2. We're moving on to bigger things. And Zinedine Zidane has said that's a fair offer. We can now approach him and his agent to sign him with a contract. So let's go ahead and negotiate that straight away. Let's get Hakimi back to Dortmund. That's what we all want. I did see a comment from somebody that mentioned it. Let me take a little look. It was Lucci or Lochy Williams, however you pronounce your name. I do apologise. He said we should sign Hakimi, and that's exactly what we're planning to do. So squad role important. I am completely fine with that. 5 years, we'll take that. I'm only here for another year anyway, so 5 years. It's good that Hakimi wants to, get a contract long term with Borussia Dortmund. No, that's always good. We'll disregard that. And wage, we are going to have to offer him a wage. Currently on 100 grand at Real Madrid. Let's offer him 120, and let's offer him 600,000 signing on. Is that tempting you, Hakimi? If not, don't walk out. Just come back with another offer. He's nodding. He seems pretty happy. That's a fair offer. My client is happy with that. We have just made our second signing in Season 2. Haaland joined in episode 20, and now we've got Hakimi in episode 21. Now, I'm not going to sign anyone else, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we need a right mid until we are 100% sure that Torgan Hazard is leaving. Right back, I'm leaving that to you guys. I personally think we need a right back, but I'm going to leave it for an episode to see who you guys can recommend at right back. If nobody recommends anyone, I will just go for Ricardo Pereira, who will become our number 1 right back, with then Klosterman rotated with him. But now what I'm going to do is advance all the way to the game against Manchester United, get the lineup sorted, and then hopefully get ready to annihilate the Red Devils for a second time this season. Tell you what, guys, advancing all the way to the Manchester United game blew up, and I mean blew up the inbox. The offers that we have had for some players is absolutely incredible. The only problem is I'm not sure any of them are still going to be outstanding. I'm pretty sure a fair few of the teams will have pulled out. But as we go to the bottom, greetings, Brad. It has come to my attention that Ricardo Pereira has been approached from Roma. Leicester City received an offer of 33.2 million euros. Firstly, we'll go and check that out because we've just been talking about a new right back in Ricardo Pereira. He may not even be available now if he has gone to Roma. It shows that he hasn't. They actually rejected the offer of 32. So he's still available to buy. So we'll hold on. I'm going to hold on as long as I could. But let's say Roma were a couple of days away from snapping him up. For the sake of 30-40 million, because we've got so much money in the bank, I would just buy him. And then if you guys say, Brad, I wouldn't have got him, or would have got this player or that player, I'd have just released him, because we have got another 186.61 million euros to spend. So wasting 40 million wouldn't have done us any harm. And especially as I was looking over the team and the depth that we've now got, there's only 1 or 2 players where I think they need a bit of backup and a little bit of help. Every single position is looking solid. So we've gone through that and we now know that Ricardo Pereira isn't moving out. An offer has come in here for Jeremy Toljan for 6.9 million. We'll go and see if that's still available, which it's not. They've now pulled out. So we can go ahead now and delete that email because they've pulled out. Transfer in for Tobias Raschel for £1 million. So let's go to Transfer Hub and see if this is still available, which it's not. They've now pulled out of that one. So we can go ahead and delete this. This was a big one, and unfortunately, if we've missed out on this, it's unfortunate. But Liverpool coming in for Donny van der Beek with an offer of €59.9 million. Have they pulled out? Yes, they have. Negotiations have broken down, so we can delete that. Loan offer for Rafael Guerrero, 1-year loan deal to Manchester United. No chance, that was never happening. Offer coming in from PSG for 34.7 million. I wouldn't sell them. Toprak, they've pulled out of that one. Real Sociedad, we can delete that. They've pulled out of that, we can delete that. They've pulled out of that, but we have had now a new offer coming in for Toprak of €8.7 million for Villarreal. And to be honest, when I looked at the centre-back positions, we've got so many of them. So I think what I might do is we'll just delegate. And I think I'll just start it. Yeah, started it. Let's go 12.5. I don't want a lot of money for him. But he's valued at like 9. So I think it was 9. So let's just say we want 9.5. He's actually valued at 9.5. So if they meet me at his value, they can have him. The 31-year-old, he's getting fairly old now. And I think we may as well move on. I don't think Toprak is like a long player, that's a long Dortmund player that's been there for a while. I don't believe so. So I don't really feel any need to keep hold of him. And especially with the quality we've got at the centre-back position, I don't think there's any need to have 5 or 6 centre-backs. It's just not needed. But we are now ready to get into this game in the UEFA Super Cup against Manchester United. I am pumped for this one. We beat them in the semi-finals of the Invitational Cup. I'm hoping we can do the same in the UEFA Super Cup. And we have now got back our usual starting 11. We're going with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little behind him in the central attacking midfield, we got Marco Reus. Then Julian Brandt, Delaney, Witzel and Sancho through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Klosterman at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. It feels great to have that starting 11 back. I'm glad they're all back fully fit from international duties. We didn't pick up any injuries, so fingers crossed we can make sure we don't pick up any injuries. Now, I've just said that in today's episode. Let's get into this game against the Red Devils and let's absolutely annihilate them. Pre-season is done, international duty is done, and we are ready to go. Another piece of silverware up for grabs here against Manchester United. Paul Pogba is going to be the man in the midfield running this show for Manchester United. We are certainly going to have to make sure we track him down, but I'm excited for this. The rain is falling. Derek Ray and Lee Dixon are the commentators. I'm excited for this, and I hope we can absolutely annihilate them. And the best thing is, if we start winning by a long shot, we've got plenty of players on the bench to come on and put those final nails in the coffin as Paco Alcacer does get us kicked off in his first half period. Let's get it underway, and this trophy's ours. Marco Reus onto his right foot, looks to bend one. Marco Reus, it's a great save from David De Gea. Julian Brandt coming out is Rugani. Rugani plays it down to Jesse Lingard, who's going to put one over the bar. Witzel going to get on that one nicely. Now to go back now to Witzel, who's now going to come forward. Through there now to Marco Reus. Straight ball through to Julian Brandt, who's going to be through. 1-on-1 with a keeper. Julian Brandt, it's off the post and cleared out. Only as far as Marco Reus, who's going to put it wide the goal. Oh, it was close. That was close. That was fast talking by me as well. I know I talk quite fast anyway, but man, I couldn't keep up with how quick we were playing then. Watch the runs, lads. Watch the runs. Now to McTominay, who's going to put it wide the goal. Don't know why McTominay's given that space to come forwards. We cannot afford for Manchester United to be getting in behind like that. Holding this ball up now. Let's go out wide now looking for Sancho. That's a cracking ball in behind for Jadon Sancho, who is going to get to it. Sancho, thinking, back post, Julian Brandt on his own. He's put it into the side netting. I thought it was in. Oh, Julian Brandt. Just side foot that in the near post. There's enough room between the near post and David De Gea. I nearly screamed 1-0. I honestly thought it was 1-0. Did you guys? Because I certainly did. Julian Brandt. Edge of the box now. Go again. Go again. Sancho going to turn his man. What a save from David De Gea to keep us out again. It's 2 yellow cards. We've seriously got to be careful here. Here's Royce. To Paco Alcacer. And there's a look to wait for the run of Jadon Sancho. The referee is going to blow for half-time. Not the best half, I have to say. Manchester United haven't done too much. They've probably come forward once or twice, maybe had one shot on target that was well over the bar from Jesse Lingard. For us, yeah, 6 shots, 2 on target. We haven't had enough possession. We have more possession. I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before we have more shots on target. And only a matter of time before we do score. But it is going to be Marcus Rashford kicking to Jesse Lingard to get us kicked off in the second half period. Let's get it underway. And Paco Alcacer straight away here, potentially about to punish Manchester United. He's been taken out there. It's got to be a yellow card, surely. It is a yellow card. Here we go. It's Delaney to Witsel. Bit of space here for Witsel. I'm going to hit it with him. Oh, David De Gea again getting a hand to it. He is keeping everything out tonight. Let's look for Witsel. Pull a man there. Ball in. Witsel could be on that. Yes! Axel Witsel makes it 1-0 Dortmund. Yes! I've been waiting for that goal and it's come from a set piece of corner. I looked for Axel Witsel. Drilled it into the near post. And Axel Witsel's there, headed towards the back post. And David De Gea has done well to keep everything out so far. But he's sadly for Manchester United going to have to pick that one out the back of the net. Well done, Haaland. Go out wide now. Beautiful. It's Torgan Hazard. Royce. Back to Torgan Hazard. And look at this. Back post here now to Julian Brandt. First time! Julian Brandt 2-0. And Torgan Hazard has been on the pitch for 2 minutes. And he's already made an impact with an assist. We cannot lose Torgan Hazard. I do like him as a player. I love him as a player on FIFA. Look at this. Little 1-2 in behind. Slots it in. And this time, Julian Brandt isn't going to hit the side netting. He's going to find that gap between De Gea and the post. And he is going to slot it home, which is exactly what we needed. 2-0. I'm pretty sure the game's put to bed. But a third would have me a little bit settled and a little bit relaxed. We just need to hoop this ball out, lads. Let's win that ball. Well done, Torgan. Keep going, son. Keep going. Slide it again. Go on, and again, keep fighting, and as Dalot puts the ball in, the referee is going to blow that full-time whistle. We have been crowned UEFA Super Cup champions. Goal from Witsel and a goal from Julian Brandt. Hats off, though, to David De Gea. He put in a great performance. And Matt Hummels, for his first game back since being away with Germany on international duty. And he's lifting a trophy. Unbelievable. I don't know if I should keep Matt Hummels as the captain. I'm not sure if he is the captain for Dortmund at the current time. Oh, hey! Come on! Unbelievable. The pre-season Invitational Cup, the UEFA Super Cup. My next target is the Bundesliga. Way! I would like to win the league. We won the Champions League in Season 1. It would be nice to now win the Bundesliga. Incredible performance. Manchester United having 3 shots, none of them being on target. We had 14 shots, 6 on target. I'd rather have 8 or 9 on target. I always try and go half and then +1. But 6 will do it. Does get us the win. Marco Reus picks up man of the match with a 9.2 rating. And we have just been crowned UEFA Super Cup champions. And up next, we are taking on the team that we struggled to beat in Season 1. I do believe, from my memory, we were the only team to beat Bayer never losing. The one game that they lost, I do believe, was against us. So if we could kick off the Bundesliga with beating Bayer never losing, that would be an incredible start. Now, due to us only playing 3 days ago and having a 2-day break in between, we have had to rotate the team a little bit. And look at that on the left side there. Joel Matip is Bayer Leverkusen's number 20. As I was saying, though, a few rotated players having to be brought in. You can see the likes of Alcacer, Delaney, Hummels, Akanji, Klosterman, Berkey, not fully fit going into this game, but hopefully fit enough to do a decent job over Bayer Leverkusen. We have gone with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little behind him, we've got Enes Bardi in the central attacking midfield. Then Guerrero, Delaney, Witsel and Hazard through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Klosterman at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. We played Enes Bardi at central attacking midfield in pre-season and he smashed it. I do believe he got 6 or 7 goals in those 5 games playing at the central attacking midfield role. Also 2 or 3 assists. So if you can get a couple of assists for Paco Alcacer and also bag a goal or 2, I'll be very happy with his performance if he shines against Bayer Leverkusen. Here we go. Big game. Big game. We struggled to beat them in Season 1. It was tough. I do believe we drew against them. Or actually, did we get battered by them actually like 5-1 or something and then beat them when we were away from home? The Bayer Arena. We're at the Bayer Arena and we are here to bag 3 very important points. There he is, the young man that most Premier League teams are circling at the moment. That's Kai Havertz. A few of you did mention buying Kai Havertz in the Liverpool career mode. Unfortunately, he only plays cam, not centre mid, but it is going to be Bayer Leverkusen to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. Let's hope we can be going in with a winning lead at half time. We're going to intercept that with Hazard. It's going to come to Enes Bardi, who's going to hit it first time. Sven Bender putting his body on the line and deflecting it into the hands of Rui Patricio. Go again, Witsel. Delaney. Through now to Enes Bardi. On that powerful right foot. It's a strike. Guerrero's there. Guerrero just bent that across the line. Okay, he's offside just. But how in the earth did he bend that across the line? That was absolutely incredible. Hummel's going to head it backwards. It's not going to happen. Ball are going to come through to Dembele. Klosterman got to get across. Let's go, let's go. Great save. Let's deal with it. Well done. Dembele coming forwards once again. Ball on the inside. He's going to bend one. And Berkey has to tip it over the bar. Catch it, Berkey. Catch that ball. Dembele, great tackle there, Witsel. Well done. And again, go again. Play it through now, beautiful. Here we go, Enes Bardi. Now looking at going through to Paco Alcacer. I've now got Enes Bardi over the far side. Enes Bardi! He's put it wide. We just cannot break out right now. Oh my God, we've won that ball. Go on, Bardi. It's through to Schultz. The one player I didn't think would be this far up the pitch. It's Nico Schultz on his left foot. It's saved again. Hazard coming through on the volley. Hazard again to Witsel. Witsel on his right foot. It's deflected again. Witsel to Delaney. Delaney looks to bend the one. We've got to find a pass through here, lads. Here's Torgan Hazard now on the inside to Enes Bardi. It's saved again. Enes Bardi again. Yes, third time lucky. Enes Bardi puts home on half time. Yes. Oh my word. What a highlight for you guys. Shot after shot after shot. Right foot from Bardi. Right foot from Bardi. And eventually he just has to side foot it on his left foot into the back of the net. Fair play there to Rui Patricio. Absolutely incredible saves. And the players put their body on the line when Witsel and Delaney was shooting. And as the ball is played back to Matip, we are going at half time with that 1-0 lead. Very, very happy that we're going in with that 1-0 lead. 2 shots, 1 on target for Bayer Leverkusen. We've had 10 shots, 7 on target. Bearing in mind, we've only had 39% of the ball. So when we've had the ball, it's mainly been shooting on target. And Rui Patricio and Matip as well, and their defenders, Kai Havertz dropping back. They've been absolutely incredible. But we are going to jump back into the second half with exactly the same team. Paco Alcacer is going to be the man to get us kicked off in the second half. Let's get it on the way, and we need a second. The potential going short here. No, they're going right into the middle. Klosterman's going to get there. Ball into Matip, who's nearly just put one in the back of the net. Keep the pressure on them here, lads. Keep the pressure on. Sven Bender messes up here. They're in serious trouble. Matip has made a huge mistake there to go into the middle now. Then straight through to Paco Alcacer, who's going to cut it back onto his right foot. Paco Alcacer! Rui Patricio again to Julian Brandt. Brandt can now whip it in towards the back post. And Akanji's there and headed wide. Akanji like a lion waiting to leap at that back post, and he's put it wide. A goal to Bardi. Ball through there now to Haaland. Through now to Torgan Hazard. This is beautiful. We've now got Haaland over the far side. Haaland! 2-0! What a signing. Erling Haaland is turning out to be. He plays for Dortmund in real life. I'm glad I brought him in. And look at this. Hazard once again. Big part there to get that ball over to Haaland and pull Roy Patricio over to the near post. It's 2-0, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's put to bed. Bayern Leverkusen have just lost. Haaland's going to lose it there to Nacho, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to get another chance. And then only 2 minutes added on. 2 minutes are over. It's over. Very, very impressed with how we have started Season 2 at Dortmund. We won the Invitational Cup, absolutely battering Napoli. We've just beat Manchester United for the UEFA Super Cup, and then a team that we struggled against in the Bundesliga last year, Bayern Leverkusen. We absolutely annihilate them. 14 shots, 9 on target for Dortmund, 4 shots, 2 on target for Bayern Leverkusen. We smashed them, and nicely to see Torgan Hazard picking up man of the match with a 9.5 rating. Well, I'm hoping our winning ways are going to continue. A win over Manchester United to win the UEFA Super Cup, and then a win against a team that absolutely dominated the Bundesliga last season, Bayer Leverkusen. Up next, we're at home taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach, and we have had to make a couple of changes. Not that we needed to, but I wanted to bring Hakimi into left back since the news reporters, the media are constantly asking, he's a fan favourite, why isn't he in the team? Well, fans, you now have him in the team. We're going with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. Behind him, we've got Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield. Julian Brandt, Delaney, Witzel and Sancho through the midfield. Hakimi, Hummels, Akanji and Klosterman at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Before we simulate this game, there is going to be a straw poll down below in the comment section asking you guys, should we sell Donny van de Beek? After Liverpool come in and offered €59.9 million, I thought we've missed out there. You know, that's a lot of money for Donny van de Beek, a player that doesn't even get into our team right now. Luckily enough for us, the Spanish giants Real Madrid have come in and are interested in purchasing Donny van de Beek for exactly the same figure. Now, luckily enough, I'm not going to be advancing any more time. I'm not skipping any more days. So that offer is going to stay there. So there's going to be a straw poll in the comment section down below. I'll post it. And it'll simply be, should we sell Donny van de Beek for €59.9 million? Yes or no? Vote on that, and then in the next episode, if yes wins, we'll sell them. If no wins, we'll keep hold of them. But realistically, with the team that we've got and the depth that we've got now, other than right mid, if Torgan Hazard goes, right back, I'm pretty sure we're covered everywhere when it comes to depth within the squad. So I don't feel like there's any other positions where we really need to be spending money. We really should be looking at offloading players on loan and potentially selling players that struggle to get into the team, like Donny van de Beek. But let's get into the simulated game. We're at home. We just won the first Bundesliga game. Can we win the second? Let's get these players warmed up. Come on, black and yellows. We lose 1-0. Damn it. I do believe that is the Nice player play, however you pronounce it, who scored, and he must have scored before 11 minutes, because at 11 minutes Paco Alcacer picks up a yellow card and I can't see the goal. There is a slight problem in the 89th minute though, where Akanji has picked up an injury. We are going to head back to the centre now and hope that it's not too serious, but we have just lost at home to Borussia Mönchengladbach. That is not a good result, but having said that, we were at home, which means our chances are a little bit more in our favour of winning games and drawing games rather than losing. If we'd have simulated the Bayer Leverkusen game, we could have lost 3 or 4-0, and then even if we played Borussia Mönchengladbach, we still may have lost. So I'm still glad that we got a win. Although it's a loss and it's a bit of a downer towards the end of today's episode, we're still going to finish on an incredible high. We're 2 episodes into Season 2. We won the pre-season tournament and won the Invitational Cup. We've won the UEFA Super Cup and we just won our first game away from home in the Bundesliga against a team that were impossible to beat last season. So you know what? We do lose 1-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach, but we will certainly bounce back. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central. Unfortunately, you can see there, if you haven't spotted it already, The news coming in, Dortmund confirm Akanji out for 2 months with an LCL injury. 2 months, Akanji is going to be sidelined. Now, luckily enough for us, we've got plenty of depth within the squad to simply take him out. We can just go and bring in the likes of Zagadou. We've even got Suyunju in the reserves. We've got plenty of options. So we take Akanji out. We bring in Suyunju for Akanji on the substitutes, and we bring Zagadou in at the right centre-back position. We've got plenty of options when it comes to rotating the squad. So as I say, this is why I don't think centre-back and left-back and positions like that. We did bring, who did we bring into there at left-back? Hakimi at left-back. He's now helped us out massively. We've got Nico Schultz there, and we've got Hakimi, both similar ratings. We can just rotate them nicely, depending if they're fit or not, depending if they're fatigued and whatnot. But as we bring today's episode to a close, ladies and gentlemen, as I say, once again, there is going to be a straw poll down below asking you guys, should we sell Donny van der Beek? If you're sitting there now thinking, Brad, 59.9 million euros, definitely sell him. You don't need him. Put the money back in the kitty. Go and sign a whopper superstar. Then go and vote on that straw poll. Vote yes. If you think we should keep him, vote no. But I am going to tell you guys this now. Donny van der Beek will not break in to our midfield. We've got Witsel and we've got Delaney. Then back up to them, we've got Mohamed Dahoud. We've also got Enis Bardi. And we've also got Julian Weigl. 3 players to rotate those 2 positions. We've got plenty of players that can play there. Plenty of depth in the central midfield role. So realistically, I don't think we need Donny van der Beek. And although he plays at cam, we were playing him at centre mid. At cam, we've got Marco Reus, Mario Goethe, Enis Bardi can play there. Julian Brandt can play there. There's plenty of players that can play cam. We've also got the young man Sergio Gomez, who will probably play a lot of cam, especially in the German Cup. But I think that is pretty much everything covered. I want you guys to let me know some right-midded players down below in case we have to move on Torgan Hazard. Hopefully, we're going to get to keep him. But in case we do, if you want to add someone to the list, make sure you drop a comment down below with a right-midded player. As for right-back as well, right now, we've got Ricardo Pereira from Leicester City as an option. If you think there's a better right-back that suits Dortmund, then let me know down below in the comment section as well. Obviously, Klosterman right now is our main right-back. We could bring in a younger right-back to kind of be underneath Klosterman, and Klosterman can take him under his wing and train him up and rotate with him. But I'd want probably 75 upwards for a right-back. I don't want to be bringing a 71 in because we may as well just use what we've already got. I think we've got a player that plays there who's about a 72 or a 73 overall rating. So really it's going to be 75 upwards. Or if we're going to bring someone in like Ricardo Pereira, who's a higher rated than Klosterman, then Ricardo Pereira comes in and is our main right back, and Klosterman then becomes the understudy and the rotated player. And to be honest, having Klosterman as a rotated player would be absolutely perfect. But the transfer window is still open, ladies and gentlemen. So drop some transfers down below. Even if it's strikers and other positions, I will talk to you guys about it. But I can only explain that we've bolstered the team out now. We've really bulked it up. We've got a lot of depth up top. We've got Paco Alcacer. We've got Haaland. We've got Marlen. That's plenty of positions. At left mid, we've got Julian Brandt. We've got Guerra. We've got somebody else that can play there as well. Right mid, we've obviously got Sancho and Torgan Hazard. But if Torgan Hazard does go, we definitely need to bring in a right mid. The midfield is stacked. We are really doing well in the midfield. Centre-backs were sorted there. Goalkeeper, we've got a young goalkeeper, Newman, coming through the rankings, who's now about a 72 overall, that can play in the cup games and stuff. We have got the team exactly where I dreamed of it being. So realistically, just a little bit more depth maybe in the right mid position, and the right back position is the only signings I think we need to be making. But if you guys want to drop some comments down below with transfers, then I am more than happy for you to do so, and we can discuss it on the comments. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.